Be strong.
Wow. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well. My name is SlayerMouse, and I will be your captain tonight in our Spiritfarer game tonight. Ah, yes, Toothy, I saw that you were streaming, but I was at work and I couldn't make it. I'm so sorry. But that is fantastic. I am so proud of you for that. So tonight we are playing a beautiful game that I fell in love with earlier this year, I think it was. It's called Spiritfarer, and it's really cute. I love the artwork on it. The music is beautiful. It has made me cry, but then again, I am a big softie, so I cry easily. I'm a big crybaby. So I'm excited to show all of y'all this lovely game. It really does not get enough love, but it definitely has a place in my heart. And I do believe it is still free on Game Pass for the Xbox um, if you have that service. Loading? We gonna hire your beautiful logo. Oh, I think I saw a notification for that. Yeah.
Mouse!
Oh no, it's a mouse. Okay, I am guessing the game froze. Oh no. Okay. Let's try something else. You think about it. Woken. Oh no. We're gonna try again. Hey, you fix it. Hamsters. Aww. Oh, that reminds me. The pet names of the day for customers that I saw today was a Fairly Odd Parents reference. There were two hamsters, Cosmo and Wanda. Oh no, is it stuck again? Or is it loading? Or don't hang up on me. I hyped you up so much.
NANI?!
I guess I'm gonna be sad forever. Sad now. Oh, it's working. Oh, please. Yeah, see, I played for 13 hours, almost 14 hours, and I'm only 35% complete on that one. So we're gonna start from the beginning because I am so lost in what I'm supposed to be doing in that game. He's a kid. Finally. Oh. Thought for a second you would never wake up, little one. How ironic that have been, would it not? It was a secret. I am Charon. Spiritfarer. Well, that is what I have been until your arrival. Ah, come on. I cannot say that I am sad to leave, but I still had a few things left to do here. I'm afraid that you will have to pick up things where I left them. It is, after all, my very last day. And you are? Stella. Welcome, Stella. I see that you have brought a friend here with you. What's his name? Daffodil. Hey. You two will share the burden then. Take it over for me. As I said, in a few minutes I will be gone from this world. And that is why you are here. You will be the new Spiritfarer. Listen, your task here will be far from easy, but simple nonetheless. Go fetch the stray spirits stranded on the islands, and when they are ready, bring them back here. Dying souls can't pass away on their own. You will have to help them fulfill their last requests and be at their service until their last breath. The big, round bridge over there is the Everdor. The Alpha, where everything starts. The Omega, where everything ends. This is where all the quests get completed, and where existence meets its threshold. There is no task more important than this one. Never forget this, Stella. Here, there is something I need to give you. Now, be really careful with it. It is the Everlight. The symbol of your status here, and the only tool you will ever need. Fireballs! Oh no. Wait, what are you? Oh, how highly inappropriate. Well, that settles it. The Everlight will help you throughout your travels. It will be the light that shines in the darkness, the last remaining hope of the departed. Hope is a flame, the light that never falters, the beacon of eternity. It is heavy and inconvenient, but there is no greater duty than this one. The fate of lost souls rests on your shoulders. Look, I was overwhelmed too at first. Just try to keep your focus. Take it one step at a time. You will soon get used to this place, accustomed to these moments. You are the new Spiritfarers, after all.
Just one thing.
Oh, one last thing. Once I am gone, you will have to find a ship of your own. Mine is not suited for you, and it will fade away once I am gone. You might find one not too far from here if you keep rowing in the right direction for some time. Probably. That's weird. It's time. Here I go. The long Stella, and good luck. You will need it. So how was that for an intro? E to jump, hold A to jump even higher. Oh no! Roller. Stella! It really is you. Stand up straight and let me get a look at you. You look good. And Daffodil is here too, I see. Yeah, I love Daffodil. So cute. We'll have to find a lint roller then. It might not be that obvious after all. It's me. Gwen. Good thing you found me. But if you're here, it means... Oh. You are the new Spiritfarer. You are the one replacing Charon. I was trying to get rid of him and only ended up here by accident. I've been stuck on this disgusting island for about a week, living off sardines and cigarettes. That's healthy. Funny how I used to be the one getting you out of trouble before. I can see you have an Everlight now. Same. Of course. See that boat over there? That's a boat. That's the one. It's obviously slightly shabby, but let's commandeer it. I'd wager it'll work.
Cool story,
Since you're-
bro.
I'd wager it will work since you're the Spiritfarer. Okay, meet me on the deck over there. I'll explain it all. Okay, here goes. Hope my fur coat won't be too damaged. Wonderful. I'm not one to jump for joy, but this feels good. Much better than anticipated. Oh. The way I see it, this boat is yours now. Don't you think? Good. And as you're the Spiritfarer, welcoming stray spirits is your new job. And once aboard, they will assume their true forms. Well, it's my theory anyway. Why are you looking at me like that? You need to come here and give me a hug. Much better. Come with me now. Let's take a look at this chaos. Oh no. What a mess. Reminds me of Aunt Petunia's old yard. A beautiful, unorganized testament to someone's laziness. I'm feeling called out here. Or a vital impossibility to get rid of anything. At any rate, we should do something about this, or my dust allergies will be back. Well, that sucks. You still have allergies when you're dead? Ooh. Let me think. There's only one way to clean this up. You have to meet Albert. He's your local shipwright. And his jokes are garbage. It's just like me. But he is the only one who can fix your boat. We should head to Albert's shipyard. You must be wondering how to make this ship move. Yes I am. It's really easy, actually. There, let me give you this key I found on the island. It will unlock that cabin in the back. You should find a map projector in there. How do I know all this? Well, I was planning an escape, remember? And you know me. I plan things meticulous. Very meticulous. Go, open that cabin, Stella. The map projector should be simple enough to use, and you just have to go to Albert's shipyard. Where do we need to go? Albert's shipyard. As I understand, the ship is powered by your Everlight. That's how it cruises the oceans and reveals the stray spirits. It also explains why I couldn't do anything by myself. You must admit, it's quite fascinating. Look, I know you must feel overwhelmed. Sharon, the Everdore, the Spiritfarers, this place, this boat, me being here. It's a lot. You must be wondering what's going on. Truth be told, I don't really know either. But I'm here for you. I'll do my best to help you and try to make sense of it all. As I said earlier, I wanted to leave by myself, but somehow I just couldn't. Now that I see you, I think I know why. I'll give you some space for now. Don't hesitate to explore this ship. You can even give that fishing rod a try. The world is your oyster. Hug the kitty. Oh, it's really funny when I jump in the water. Poor Daffodil. Here we are. Albert Shipyard discovered. Now head down to Albert Shipyard and upgrade your blueprint station. It's the only way to clear this clutter. I'm curious about what it's all made of. Considering the smell, I'd say at least 7 different types of dirt and dust. Welcome to my shipyard, young traveler. For my price lists are a customer's best friend. I'm Albert. Been in the business of shipbuilding for ages. Did I assume you are the new Spiritfarer? Well, of course you are. Anyway, you've been able to start this ship and bring it all here after all. Gwen was right to point you towards my humble enterprise. Let me see what you have here. Nice little dinghy. Funny how it looks exactly like the one I'd built some time ago and stored in my old shipyard. See, Aaron was unhappy about his gloomy and dank ark. Actually, he was always complaining about everything. But the customer's always right. So I built him a newer, better one. Of course, he would never abandon his previous boat. Old habits die hard. But don't worry, you can keep this one. Let's just call this a loan. And let me tell you something. You know, we always joke about the construction here. Haha. You and me both, hun. You and me both. Don't worry. We're still working on it. Anyway, with a little bit of love, this bird will be resplendent again. The first thing you'll need is a proper blueprint table. Since it's your lucky day, and I'm feeling generous, I'll offer it to you. Free of charge. Mind you, it's just a bit bare bones in terms of functionality. But the subsequent upgrades will come at such a small price, you'll want to buy them almost immediately. Simply direct me to upgrade the ship. Upgrade and edit. But I'm getting too okay. And he loaned the ship to you. He has in mind, but it doesn't. Let's focus on the task at hand for now. Meaning, you can blueprint table above your cabin and select the move option. In it, you'll be able to remove any building and get back resources. Go for it. Wonderful. You did a wonderful job, Stella. And the good news is that you have enough resources as area. Newly welcome spirits, such as myself, will have a temporary place to relax. I can tell you'll be thrilled to spend more than one single night in there. But it beats sleeping on the deck. The stars are pretty, but the wood is stiff and the humidity is hard to tolerate. I'll leave it to you. Or I'll leave you to it. Have fun. Very nice. This guest house is very pretty. It has your touch. Nice work, as usual. Now, at last, I have a place to sit down and enjoy the view. Oh. Wait. What is going on? Something else is happening. I should have expected this. I'm actually hungry. Very hungry. You know how terrible a cook I am. But I remember you being absolutely fantastic at it. And you might have fished a few fishes already. Trouble is, I can't really eat an entire raw fish. I could try, for sure, but I'll probably choke on the fishbone and never survive. That's not how you want me to go. As absurd as this sounds. So you should keep on using this blueprint table of yours and build a kitchen aboard. I'm pretty sure I've seen the plans in it, for it in there. As well as the necessary resources. You require bright jelly. And there is only one way to get some. Look, I should have told you when I first met you here. Something scares the heck out of me. A dark presence, and even I cower from it. A void that swallows all, light included. It can take many forms, and for me, it is always jellyfish. Yes, I'm fully aware of the irony. The bright jelly you need for the kitchen, well, Only these jellyfish can provide it to you. So there is no other option. I'll have to face my fear. But you're here. With you, I can do it. They will appear as a dark patch of pure fear on your map, so you can't miss it. Go. I'll take some time to prepare myself. We're already here. Here we are. Here they come. Remember, set your eyes on the ones with bright jelly. They should be visible enough. That said, pop as many as you can. You'll get glimpses anyway. I will wait for you inside. It's just too hard for me to stay out here. Okay, go ahead. I believe in you. How about that music, huh? Fantastic. Okay, I'm really impressed. You rocked out there. Tumbling and diving like a shooting star. And without the slightest fear nor hesitation at that. You definitely haven't lost your touch, Stella. And you even gathered enough bright jelly to build a proper kitchen. Go for it. I'll be patiently waiting. Slowly digesting myself. Voyager. Welcome in. Lovely kitchen. You can now use the kitchen's oven. It should be rather simple. Put any one ingredient in the oven and wait for it to be cooked. You could even try those loose corn kernels that have been hanging around my pockets. I can't wait to see you in your cooking glory again. You got this. I got corn! Popcorn! Ah, yes. I forgot to tell you about this. As you can see, this boat stops at night. I believe it's a side effect of your Everlight being, well, light. Or some other technicality. That being said, it will allow people to sleep undisturbed. You, in the meantime, can do anything you want. Tackle unfinished business, or just chill on the deck under the stars. I'd suggest you go to sleep too, in that cozy little room atop your cabin. You'll wake up refreshed and ready to go, and this ship will start up again in the morning. Oh, and speaking of that, you know me, waking up on time has never been my forte. You can ring that big bell over there to wake people up. Remember, only do it at the right time. Early morning should do the trick. Speaking of sleep, time for me to take a nap. See you tomorrow, Stella. Have a good night. Hey, I thought you were hungry. Well, I won't die just yet. Thanks, Stella. It's better than I thought it could be. But then again, you've always been a wonder in the kitchen. Don't forget, spirits don't run on sunshine and water. We need a good meal once in a while. It will be up to you to understand who's fond of what. As for me, I'm sure you remember, I've always loved comfort food. And that I would die for a cup of coffee. But I'm not that picky. I can eat anything. Just never the same thing twice. Oh, and before I forget, here's something I was supposed to give you. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but an obol is a symbol of passage. It's a fee each spirit has to pay you. But something tells me you knew that already. Okay, let's keep on improving this craft. As you must have seen, in your blueprint table, there is both a field and a garden, which means you can grow many different things and turn this ship into an adorable farm of sorts. You should add a field first, in my opinion. It's going to be easier to find the resources for it around here, and you can grow linen in it, which in turn will be used to craft more things. In addition to building a field, we should go buy seeds to use in it. But that will come later. I need you to visit an island close by. It's called Mostine Cove, and there's something on it we need. I'll tell you when we get there. Kitchen. We're gonna sleep, 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 sleep. Left bumper to toggle the clock and trajectory. Faustine. Art. Good morning, Stella. Don't ask me how, but I've met Albert already. He definitely is a shark, but his interest in all things maritime will be helpful, such as the boat upgrades he sells at an outrageously high price. With those, you'll be able to cross the ominous weather barriers in the world. They look like classic mythical challenges again. A bit cliché, if you ask me. Build a field. Can't build a field. Yet. You know, I'm delighted that you're here with me, but I am not surprised one bit. It adds up. You here, taking care of me in my final hours. You've always cared so much about others. Always protected those you found vulnerable. Even pedantic snobs like me. Remember the day my father yelled at the cat? We just got out of elementary school. You were wearing those blue sneakers with the glittery tags. And there you were, yelling back at my father like you were on a mission. Father turned red and smashed the purple Delano vase. It was rad. Look at that. We should go hop on that island over there. Maybe we'll find something interesting. I can definitely tell this isn't going to be a very long stream tonight because I've been tired all day. Here we go. What a majestic tree. Well, you can cut it down. Yes, it's fine, I promise. It's the best way to get the wood you need, actually. But don't worry, they regrow over time. Another interesting fact about the Everlight. Well done. Congratulations, for you have become Death, the destroyer of worlds. Joke aside, that's how you do it. You go on ahead, cutting down more trees. Then we can go back to the boat and build the field with all those maple logs. I'll be next to the raft. Poor Daffodil. So these right here, this glowy thing, it's kind of like the treasure chests of the game. A field! Ah, better looking than I thought. There's a little je ne sais quoi to it. Simple but elegant. Now all you have to do is plant field seeds in there. Seeds can grow only in their respective places. Garden seeds won't grow in the field, so don't bother trying. But you know me, I would kill a plastic cactus, so don't take my word on this. Anyway, there's only one place where we could possibly find what we need. Theodore specializes in seeds. He has set up shop in Hummingburg, the busiest town of the area. Theodore and his brothers are the founders of Raccoon Inc., shady retail franchise with very loose moral values. Yes, this world has a serious problem of dubious business practices. Since I do not want you to get swindled, I'll come with you and do most of the talking. I've run into this cheeky little raccoon once, and his dishonesty was blatant. Let's head to Hummingburg, then. Well, I've got that weird feeling. My controller doesn't want to turn back on. Nope, can't escape capitalism. Apparently not in death either. Okay, well, I guess that's it for the night because my controller is dead.